What is going on YouTube? Chrono here and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today we'll be doing our usual post-maintenance video. Today is the 8th of February and we're going to take a look at what we've got in store after maintenance finishes up and the servers go live. But before we jump into that, if you're new to the channel, my name is Chrono. I primarily cover PSO2 content. Would much appreciate a subscribe as we work our way towards that 10K mark, hopefully by the end of this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So quick disclaimer, this is being recorded before the servers go live. There is some small bits of information that usually gets released afterwards when these servers actually finally do come up, but it's usually not the meat and potatoes of the actual update. So we're going to cover what we get access to right now. Just know there may be a little bit extra. I'll make sure to leave a link in the video description to where that stuff usually is going to be. There's usually like a post-maintenance article and then some patch notes if anything else has changed that they just didn't talk about. So you can usually find that information there, but we'll usually talk about it on stream. So in case you're ever curious, feel free to pop over the stream if you're watching the video to find out what else might have changed. So as always, we're on the NGS site. You can always check out these areas here for this information. We've got the update article, as well as the events and campaigns, scheduled maintenance alert, and then we've got the updated information about the enhancement levels for this known issue that's popping up right now. Disclaimer, not really that important unless you're playing base game. So let's go ahead and go into NGS updates. So this is kind of the slot that I talked about where I said there's usually other things that get added in like patch notes. This is where you're going to find it. So if you ever go to the update details article, scroll down, it's usually down here if there's going to be anything extra. So to start things off, we have the 24-person limited time quest. This is mostly from what I can tell, this looks like an experiment. They essentially are going to be doing a 24-man quest. This is the first time we've had a quest so large. Granted, we have 32-man zones, but the first time we've had an instance quest of 24-man. The quest itself is, I don't want to call it lame, but it's basically a trial that we've had in other areas that they're throwing really big monsters into. The big thing here is it seems like it's a test for 24-man content moving forward, which is pretty interesting because that might be what we're doing for like super big boss fights in the future, as well as a avenue for us to get a new set of weapons. The Neos, I think just the TN weapons. Yeah, the Neos just the TN weapons. So these will probably be the best in slot weapons for fighting falls or any light weak enemies. So you're definitely gonna want to get a hold of those. And it drops from here as well as the Dominas. So this is definitely going to be something that we farm, considering it doesn't require any sort of trigger and it is consistent. So super awesome. Definitely gonna be farming a lot of this when the servers go live. So in case you're watching this video now and you're like, hey, what should I be doing? Pop over to the Twitch channel. Come farm with us if you're on chip 2. The Neos Just TN weapons are going to be out. We will be talking about those in a follow-up video. The plan is for this evening. I'm going to try to stay on top of that, so keep an eye out for that moving forward. They talk about, again, the Astrian weapons, the Just TN weapons. The Astrian weapons were what you got from fighting falls. I don't really see a reason that you would want to do this here, which you can multi-weapon them together, because I'm not sure how it actually functions. From what I understand, the base weapon is probably going to have most of the attributes, and the secondary weapon is just going to be a way to use it with the base weapon's attributes and potential and things of that sort. So I don't know why you would want to do this unless these weapons are super rare, but we'll have to see when we start farming them. We got a new AC scratch. We have the Sweet Wonderland. Just so you guys know, in case you're ever curious about the scratch once it comes out, what it looks like, what the cool things are, Skulls does cover the scratches over on her channel. So pop over to my channel, look at the very top, our left-hand side, you'll see a link over to her channel. Go ahead and follow that channel so you guys can keep up with fashion stuff if that's really your thing. I'm not super into this scratch at all, actually. This has nothing that I really like in it. That's kind of lame. This is kind of cool, but I don't play type 2, so there you go. And that really does cover it for the update information. I'm going to double check and make sure we aren't missing anything else. So it isn't included anywhere else, but it does look like we do have the AC support item select 6 starting up, which we can see if we take a look at the event scheduler. We've got that starting back up again. That's super awesome. This is a very important scratch to want to be a part of. When it pops up, it is going to cause the price of addies to go down. The cheaper addies are going to be even cheaper and accessible for players. So now is the time you stock up. These are the times you want to buy these things, even for future weapons. Funny enough, I still have 4 of these sitting aside for the weapons I've got because I bought them at almost their rank, like the cheapest they possibly could be. Now I could sell a couple of them in between, but I didn't want a chance and have access to these, or not have access to the addies that I wanted when it came down to it. So I bought these super cheap. Even though this has come back around, I'll probably drive the price even cheaper again, and then the price will go back up after it goes away. Basically just buy while this is around. So outside of that, we do have limited concerts popping up again. These are the movie concerts, so this is pretty cool. I'm trying to double check and see if there's anything interesting here. Looks to get some music discs and titles, and that's really about it. Of course, the usual boost that's available, and then here's the concert schedule. Nice thing about the concerts are after a concert, you've got an urgent quest that pops up. Though the urgent quest may not be scheduled, the concert is. That means we know we have a guaranteed urgent quest at these times during these concerts. So just keep an eye out for the concert list. We're not sure it's always gonna be an urgent quest we want to do, but there's a possibility. And since we're gonna be farming that new 24 man, you're definitely going to want those buffs. But I think that's all I've got for you guys today. Not a huge update, some good stuff, some things for us to farm. We'll have to see how things are moving forward once we get into it. Keep an eye out for later this evening's video where I cover the new weapons once we know kind of how they match up. And I'm pretty sure I already know how they're going to match up, but let's wait till we have the math and we'll talk about it then. Anyway, guys, like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more, and I will see all you wonderful individuals next time. Take care. Peace out.